Does my face look really bright on this side?
No, looks good.
Oh, hello there. How are you this evening? Welcome to my abode. Oh no, my balls are hanging out. Better put those away for a moment. Really a very good book. Hello, and welcome to my sound studio, my video editing area, my creative space where I bring everything together. Over the next few minutes, I'm gonna give you a guided tour and a quick synopsis of my life. It's pretty amazing, just saying. Nah, it's psychotic, but in a good way. Strange stuff, man, but it's good, it's cool. When I first decided to go back to school, it wasn't originally for video. I actually did a music program at Clackamas Community College for a year. And when I was getting some of my elective credits for the end of that, I decided to, I just randomly decided to take this film making class. And it wasn't amazing, but it was kind of cool. Like, we tried to reenact a scene from the Coen Brothers movie, Barton Fink. So we had to kind of make our own video. A long time ago, I was homeless for about a year. I, filmed different homeless people in different situations. Made a music video. Set my music video to a song by Serj, Tankian, Occupied Tears.
Sipping on our regret, tuck the kids in without worry, no more running out in a hurry.
And it really had this profound effect on me, editing, putting that whole music video thing together. It was just really cool. But when I finished that program, I was like, I want to keep going to school. And I was like, well, Mount Hood Community College is 5 minutes away from my house. I was looking at their programs, I see this integrated media video production. I was like, okay, sweet, let's just give that a shot. And it just turned out to be freaking amazing. I'm in my second year now and it kicks ass. Well, the first video production I did, the first time I ever messed around with trying to get across the story with these moving images, basically. Well, I think I was about 7 years old. We filmed some variety shows, a la Dr. Demento and Weird Al kind of goofy shit. And we'd have one person with their head up and a shirt over the top of them. We'd put shoes on their feet. So that you could move their feet around, and then the other person, my friend Seth, or we were switching off, he'd get behind me and put his arms up through the sleeves of the shirt so that he could move stuff around with his hands. Although I really have always had a huge obsession with movies and film, especially fantasy stuff, sci-fi, Dune and David Lynch to The Dark Crystal and Never Ending Story when I was younger really inspired me as a kid. And then, growing older, getting into some of the more hardcore stuff like Tarantino and there's some in Darren Aronofsky and all these, really people that do striking things in original works that really strike the human emotion. But over the whole course of the time, I was writing a script for a crazy kind of idea I got from dreams and the concept of dreams. Where I'm going with all this is to incorporate music videos, or incorporate my personal music and make my own music videos. But also I was trying to figure out how to incorporate that into my story. I think I saw Thriller on TV or something, Michael Jackson's Thriller videos, that concept with like music video and a storyline, I can make that be like the trailer for my movie to try to produce it or whatever. So like, what if the world of dreams, where we go when we dream, is actually a physical place, and we actually leave our bodies when we dream and go to this other world, completely other world across the galaxy, where we have all these different abilities and these powers, like being able to fly and having like doing telekinesis, being able to, you know, have telepathy between people, and all these different concepts that we have all these imaginings about, and these things, these concepts keep showing up in modern filmmaking and in stories and all this stuff. And like, where does this stuff come from? And like, how come we can do this stuff in dreams? And like, what is that all about? And like, what about like when you have a conversation with people? I was really enthralled by that concept, and that's kind of what I incorporated with some increased creepiness factor and some David Lynchian leanings into what's going to be the trailer for my feature independent film.
Me and him by ourselves had to do all of the lighting, and well, he did most of everything, but dressing up like in the house, had to make sure the light was great and stuff like that.
And you worked on the wardrobes and stuff a lot.
Yeah, I did the wardrobe.
How did you get those together?
I took old sheets and dyed them with dye, and then ripped them up to make them all still effect, and spin the dryer, and it ruffles the edges and stuff,
and then you did the mask design too, right?
Yeah, we worked on masks together, and I painted one of the masks black and the tips reds, the whole idea.
Tell me about creature design.
I am the creature design. No, this is my design that I did for my main movie that I'm working on. I gotta take this thing off.
Alright.
I've really been intrigued by like horror movie design and like weird science fiction stuff for a long time. And I was like, you know, I've seen all the tutorials on how to do mask making stuff.
I'll take that. Do you want me to like stop and record it one more time?
Yeah. But I've always been kind of intrigued by masks, and like I'm really into the band Slipknot, and so I always kind of wanted to do my own masks, and I've learned how to do some of it. I started out doing plaster mask making. My first year I had that mask thing that I did. It was kind of creepy and cool, but the damn thing was just too heavy and uncomfortable. So I started looking into like how to do professional style like latex masks. I watched that show Face Off, and got some like pretty cool ideas there. The only problem is like it gets really expensive really fast. So I was actually at the Oregon Country Fair with my girlfriend, and there were a lot of people. It's like kind of a hippie festival, but there's all kinds of arts and crafts and stuff. And there were a lot of people wearing like leather masks. So I was like, hey, that's cool. I found this one booth, Oak Myth Masks is what it's called. And I was just like amazed at how good some of this stuff looked for just being chunks of leather. So I was like, I could like do something with this. I think I've made about 4 or 5 masks now. This is one that my girlfriend originally started working on. And yeah, I got those made, and I was like, hey, you know, I can incorporate that into my movie. I can, instead of like having to do really expensive effects, I can do some really basic ones, and then I can...
See the punk in my hair? You fucking talking to me? You fucking talking to me? I'm the only one here.
Got the pre-roll already, the metronome's on, so I'll hit Control R and we will record.